Hey Hawkeyes! 2020 has been full of challenges, but with help from Hawk the Vote, participating in November's election won't be one of them. Stay tuned to get answers to all your voting questions.
First, let's talk about your options for getting registered.
Eligible university students have the right to register to vote in their hometown or their college town, but not both.
I'm from Iowa, and I'm planning on voting in my hometown, Ames.
I can check to make sure I'm registered by going to Hawk the Vote's website and navigating to the Register to Vote tab, then using this handy tool to type in my address.
If you want to register in the state of Iowa, you have three options. You can download a form and mail it to your county auditor. You could pick up a form from the IMU Welcome Desk or Residence Hall front desks and have them mail it for you. Or if you have an Iowa driver's license, you can register online at vote.uiowa.edu.
Since I have an Iowa driver's license, I can navigate to vote.uiowa.edu and follow the prompts to update my address online.
I registered a few weeks ago, and today I got my voter registration card in the mail to confirm it.
It's important that I hold on to this piece of mail because it contains information confirming my address and registration status. I can use it to fill out my absentee ballot request form or when I go to the polls on election day.
Wait, what if I forget to register? Can I still vote?
For sure! In the state of Iowa, the pre-registration deadline is October 24th. If you aren't registered by then, you can register on election day with proper identification and proof of residence.
So what would apply as proper identification and proof of residence?
Identification could be a driver's license, travel document, non-operator ID, or a passport. Proof of residence is a lease, utility bill, or a housing agreement with the university, and all of these can be shown digitally.
I'm planning to vote in my home state of Illinois.
To find out more information about that process, I can visit vote.uiowa.edu and navigate to the Register to Vote tab.
Now that you've checked and updated your registration, it's time to make a plan to vote. You can choose to vote by mail, in person early, or in person on election day.
Voting by mail is the best way to ensure that you are not exposed to COVID while voting, and you can do it all from the comfort of your couch.
In order to vote by mail, you first must request an absentee ballot. This must be done on paper, and you can access the form at vote.uiowa.edu or at the Residence Hall front desks or the IMU Welcome Desk.
When filling out a voter registration or absentee ballot request form, it's important to put your contact information so the auditor can follow up with you if there are any issues or errors. Once you've mailed in your absentee ballot request form, the auditor will mail your ballot to you beginning on October 5th.
When you get your ballot and fill it out, you have a few options for turning it in.
You can turn it in by mailing it, taking it to an early voting location in your county, or dropping it off at the county auditor's office.
You can also vote early in person beginning October 5th.
Did you know Johnson County has drive-up voting at the parking ramp north of the Johnson County Health and Human Services building? You can vote from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays now through November 2nd, or on the 2 weekends before the election. There are also 2 convenient early voting in-person satellite locations at the Iowa Memorial Union and the Iowa City Public Library. Check vote.uiowa.edu for all of the times and dates available.
If you want to vote in person on election day, you'll want to be sure you're able to set aside plenty of time to cast your vote. In order to find your polling location, you can go to vote.uiowa.edu and navigate to vote on election day. Unlike with early voting, you must go to your designated polling place in your neighborhood rather than one universal location.
We realize this is a lot of information and you might still have some questions.
For more help, go to vote.uiowa.edu and navigate to our voter hotline or DM us at VoteHawk on Twitter or Instagram.